The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
The shepherds went in haste to Bethlehem and found Mary and Joseph and the infant lying in the manger. When they saw this, they made known the message that had been told them about this child. All who heard it were amazed by what had been told them by the shepherds. And Mary kept all these things, reflecting on them in her heart. Then the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, just as it had been told to them. When 8 days were completed before his circumcision, he was named Jesus, the name given by the angel before he was conceived in the womb. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus.
In our culture today, we tend to want to know what is the quickest and shortest way we can do different tasks that we have. And so if we're going on a trip, we'll go on Google Maps and we'll try to find what's the shortest route, what's the easiest route. Or if we enter a building and we're trying to get to the 20th floor, we're more likely to take the elevator because it's much quicker and shorter than trying to find the stairs. One would even say it would be foolish not to take the quickest and shortest route if it's being offered. As we begin this year of 2019 and think of different goals for our life, I think it's worth considering the ultimate goal of our life and asking the question, what is the shortest and quickest route? Now, as many of you know, the ultimate goal of our life is salvation. That with each passing year, hopefully we are drawing closer to Christ. Hopefully we're becoming more saintly and holy, so that at the end of our life, we'll be given the great gift of heaven. So what's the shortest and easiest way to accomplish that ultimate goal of our existence? Here's what St. Louis de Montfort said. Mary, the Blessed Mother, is the safest, easiest, shortest, and most perfect way of approaching Jesus, and ultimately of approaching heaven. Why? Two main reasons stick out to me. One is, Mary is our spiritual mother. Because we're members of the body of Christ, just as Mary was Jesus' mother, she's our mother as well. And she's been given the specific role to be our mother in the order of grace, to help form us into other Christ. And just as we turn to our biological mothers at the beginning of our life for guidance and nurturing and protection, so it is absolutely essential that we turn to our spiritual mother for those same things in our spiritual life. It would be foolish not to do so. So because Mary is our mother, that's why she is the shortest and easiest way to Christ. The second main reason is because she is Queen of Heaven. In the Old Testament, in the kingdom of Israel, the second most important person in the kingdom, other than the king, was the queen. And the queen was not the wife of the king. The queen was the mother. And the king would listen to the mother and what the mother wanted. She had a very powerful influence on the kingdom of Israel. Well, we celebrate the birth of the newborn king, the king of an everlasting heavenly kingdom. So that means Mary is the Queen Mother, and she has a powerful, influential role in our lives. So it would be foolish not to turn to her for intercession and assistance. Several years ago, I was part of a Catholic ministry group, and the leader of the group was telling people that having a devotion to Mary is optional. If it kind of works for your life, great, but you don't really need it. Unfortunately, that's completely opposite the truth. Here's what St. John Eudes said. A human is no Christian if he has no devotion to the mother of Jesus Christ. We mustn't forget God's plan of salvation. The Son of God came to redeem us precisely Mary is the plan of salvation, so that if you and I want to be saved, it's the same exact route. Christ through Mary. So as we enter this year of 2019 with all of our concerns and issues in our own life and our family life, it's worth wondering, how can we work on our devotion to the Blessed Mother this upcoming year? If currently you do nothing in your life in terms of a devotion to the Blessed Mother, I would say a great place to start is the 3 Hail Mary devotion that the saints talked about. This simply consists of waking up and doing 3 Hail Marys, and before you go to bed, doing 3 Hail Marys. At some point, we want to graduate beyond that process and do the rosary each day. Maybe you need to start with a decade of the rosary each day. Padre Pio said the rosary is the weapon of our times. To be a Christian in the world today is a battle. And to go into battle without a weapon is foolish. But we've been given the rosary to be our weapon in the battle of living the Christian life in our culture today. And finally, the best way, ultimately the best way to live out a devotion to the Blessed Mother is consecrating and entrusting our lives to the Blessed Mother. Every time we come into this beautiful church, one of the main images we see is baby Jesus on Mary's lap. Jesus entrusted his life from the very first moments to the Blessed Mother. So if we are going to be members of the body of Christ, if we are going to be faithful disciples of Christ, the best way to do it is to be just like Christ, to entrust, to consecrate our lives to the Blessed Mother, knowing that she only has our best interest in mind. Let me tell a short story to conclude this homily. St. Francis of Assisi had this vision. He had a vision of 2 ladders leading to heaven. The first ladder led up to Jesus Christ, and all of his religious brothers were trying to get up that ladder. But they were all falling down. They weren't making it. And so St. Francis of Assisi wept bitterly, and he complained to Jesus that his religious brothers weren't making it to heaven. So Jesus said, "Choose the other ladder." At the top of the second ladder was the Blessed Mother. His Franciscan brothers easily made it up the second ladder, and then Mary led them to Jesus. A beautiful story that confirms St. Louis de Montfort's words. Mary, the Blessed Mother, is the safest, easiest, shortest, and most perfect way of approaching Jesus. We'd be foolish not to have a devotion to him.